So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So I thought I'd talk a bit about the coming version update for version 13.1. I'm not going to explain what will happen in the update. I'm pretty late on the ball here, other people have done it, so I'm just going to focus more on my impression, what I think about the update and such. So let's jump into it. And yeah, going to drop July 26th. And I think that day is accurate for Europe as well. Maintenance doesn't usually start a bit after news time. I've actually not double checked exactly when, but probably 26th. We'll see. If you care about when does maintenances happen and such, when do they end, I recommend joining the subreddit Discord. The subreddit might be dead, but the Discord is up and they usually put dynamic time zones, so you'll see when it starts for you and ends for you. So I recommend joining there just for that and just news in general. Anyway, let's get into it. And there's a few big features here. First, we have this EX Super, and basically it says meets certain requirements to launch EX Super Special. And the first thing we need to talk about here is the fact that they show this free-to-play Roger, and we know he already exists in the game. He doesn't have this feature, so the question is, why will he get it? We see that the image shows it proccing with a lot of Rail League pirates, so it makes me wonder, is EX Super not unit, for specific units, or is it more for characters? If you put Roger together with his crewmate on a team, doesn't matter which Roger, which crewmates, do you get access to EX Super then? Sounds cool if it's possible, but at the same time, I don't see how that makes Bandai money, so I don't really see it then. But as we see in the picture as well, we have a highlight for quick and slasher. So Roger is a quick unit, he's focused on slasher, so you get both quick super type and slasher super class. So we'll see, will we get an update to this Roger? If it's weird to update him and not give us a 5+. Or is this just a showcase and this Roger won't be able to use this mechanic? Will be weird, but you do you, Bandai. So we'll see. The obvious thing to consider is that the first unit to get this is Gear 5, since we know his Zoo is going to drop there August 5th or 6th, if it might be for the EU. But yeah, then it just shows us what super type and super class is. But it says it will make various types and classes, so maybe there are more than two. Maybe you can get 2 classes and 1 super type, or maybe just 2 classes, 3 classes, who knows? Not really clear right now. One big info we get here is that it might be possible to do it if they are crewmates, so this will be a huge change to super time and super class. Just being able to get more than one is already a game changer, but being able to get it as a sub, that opens up a whole new can of worms. I'm a bit split on that personally. One cool thing with that is that using super type, super class captains for stuff like super boss becomes less of a requirement, which opens up more for duo units versus units, which is cool, I guess. One negative is that it really devalues previous release super type, super class, depending on how they handle this, of course. I'm sure this can be handled well, but right now I can say I'm super excited by this feature. I don't really feel like this is something the game needed, but at the same time, it's kind of cool, I guess, because usually big stuff like this only comes either for half Annie or the normal Annie. For One Piece Day, we never get big mechanics like this, but again, probably just to coincide with Gear 5. But yeah, when they post the info, they basically show that this will be normal super type and super class. They're not going to change it, make super type a bit worse. but make it easier to get, stuff like that. No, it's like using super type and super class today, but you get more than one at once, and maybe you can get them, and you can get them as sub as well. Somehow, we don't really know the details yet. But it does say EX Super there, so I guess, like I said, Roger, will Roger get an EX Super added where the super type, super class button is? Possible. Well, it's going to be really interesting to see how this works out. Just a few days left for the update. And yeah, they're going to improve they're going to add an auto power up. And they do say that, somewhere they at least say that you can't use this with legends, which is probably good. Like, it's inevitably going to have some bugs. Like, imagine pulling the new Super Suganda dupe, you feed it with the auto power up, and instead of buffing like the final tap, it buffs like pin shielding or something. Like, people are going to request refunds for stuff like that. So props to say, probably the safest option for Bandai. But yeah, I don't know if this was the quality of life we needed. I don't feel like doing this is that bad nowadays, but I'm open to see how it works. Like, if it literally just pressing a button and it does everything I usually do, then sure, it's a great change, and it will at least make it a lot easier for the few remaining free-to-play units we get to make them maxed once we farm them up. One negative might be, like, for Arena, for example, we might get one copy and then we want to use that copy, but we not got all the dupes yet, so might not work as intended in that way. But I'm open to see. I'm not going to say this is bad. It might be really good. Some other features. The big one here that I'm so happy about. We have improved search filter. Somewhere to clarify that what they're adding is a support search feature and a sailor ability search feature. Like, I'd wanted more than that, but this is definitely two things I've been lacking. Like, when I go to the DB, like, searching for support and searching for sailors are two of the most common things I do for sure. So me personally, the less I have to use external tools, the better. So I'm really happy about that. There are still some things lacking that I want as well, like stuff like now when we had confusion, we had stunned, for example, against Arena Reiju. Then you might want to take self-damage, or you want specials that self-damage you. Impossible to find that info in game, so we still need to go to the DB for stuff like that. Okay, the phone ran out of space, so I'll just continue this and try and edit it as good as I can. I think I was talking about frame point recruit, but basically it might be, it depends on if they improve the actual stuff you can get. Like, add some more stuff in general, maybe add stuff like raids and stuff like that, so you don't need to reform them. You can try and pull them from frame point recruit instead. It's also missing some recent story units, stuff like that. And for the evolvers and such, it would be good if it had a lot more relevant stuff to get, like better turtles, stuff like that. Easier to locate special spot on treasure map. I'm pretty sure this is just about the spot where you can get amazing rewards. We'll have a special chest, which is good for visibility, I guess. And we get the new tavern effects, but they make it pretty clear that it's all about likelihood, so not going to be like now where it basically doesn't matter. So all in all, for a minor update like this, I still think they added pretty good stuff. And if we get like 4 of these updates a year, I'd be pretty content. Right now it's more like 3 per year. We get one before Annie, we get one for One Piece Day, we usually get one for Half Annie. They should try and get one between Half Annie and Annie as well. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.